What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Awesome Nerd Show. Today we're looking at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 10 set. And in the set we got the Zeo Yellow Ranger, the Phantom Ranger from Turbo, the Pink Ranger from In Space, and the Green Ranger from Dino Charge. So this is a pretty cool wave, sort of finishing up some stuff. So with the Yellow Ranger and the Pink Ranger, we're both finishing up some waves there. And then awesome to continue more with like Turbo and stuff with the Phantom Ranger, and getting closer to finishing Dino Charged with the Green Ranger there. So all four of these are really cool Rangers that I'm excited to check out. So let me go ahead and get these out of the box and we'll take a look at them all together. So let's start off with the Yellow Zeo Ranger, of course real name Tanya Sloan, and we see her first in Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers as a younger kid who helps saves Aisha from a lion attack in Africa, and because of this Aisha ends up sending Tanya back to the Power Rangers with the Yellow Zeo crystal instead of herself. And so when the crystals are reunited, Tanya along with all the other Rangers grow into their teenage form, so she does as well and becomes the new Yellow Ranger, and so she's Zeo Ranger 2 Yellow, and she looks good here. So of course just like your standard Zeo Ranger, has of course all the yellow spandex, but then has all the Zeo details, so like the white and gold collar around her neck, so she has the gold details there where that look pretty cool. Always remind me of like hieroglyphics and stuff. Looks pretty cool there, along with on the top of the gloves and boots as well. And then she's got the white boots, white gloves, gold belt there with all the shapes of the Zeo Rangers. And then we get her helmet design, so she has the two oblongs is what I always call it, so the two like oval shapes there. So that's her Zeo shape, so I like how it's built into her helmet there for the visor and stuff. You can see the mouth and everything, and overall it's just like a rounded off helmet as usual. But other than that, she does look like your just standard Power Ranger character, and then with her being a female does have the skirting material there in the front. And so for movements, her head can twist all the way around. It's really tight in there unfortunately, so it's hard to twist, and she can look down that far and up that far, so not a whole lot of range in the neck. The shoulders can come up over 90 degrees there and have a butterfly joint, and of course can rotate all the way around. We get the single elbow joint that bends to about 90 degrees there and has the rotation, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have the ab crunch and twist in the midsection there, so crunch forward a little bit, back even more, so a little bit of crunching there, of course twist all the way around there. And then she does have the lower crunch as well there hidden under the belt and everything, so she can crunch a little further forward and a little further back there. Hips up under 90 because of the skirting out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint bends up that far in the back. Shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So she's just like all your other female Lightning Collection figures. Now for accessories, of course we get a bunch of stuff. First off, we get the unmasked head there of Tanya Sloan, played by Nakia Burris. So looks pretty decent, not exact, but it does have those characteristics, and I have met her in real life, so she does look pretty familiar there and everything, but looks pretty nice again with the hair design stuff. I really like that, so that's a nice unmasked head. She comes with two additional hands in poses there, so kind of like with the fingers bent and hands sort of cupped there, but once we get her weapons and everything, these will go perfect for that, so it's cool they included those hands. And to her weapons, first off we get the laser pistol, so just like the standard gun for the Zeo Rangers that looks like a squirt gun and stuff, just with the design. Has the Zeo logo on it, and then it's all white black and has that red detail on the back, so it looks pretty decent. And then we also get the Hasbro effect for it as well, that just can slide on the end of the gun there, so that's pretty cool. But for this we'll go and just stick it into her holster. We also get the Power Pod sword, so the sword that extends out and everything, and just the sword, and I always like it with the Zeo design there on the handle and the wing designs off the side and stuff, just a blue handle and a silver blade there. Looks pretty cool, but we can stick this in the other holster. And finally we get her signature weapons of the Yellow Power Club, so we have these nunchucks here, look pretty cool, and so we have them in the yellow with the like silver on the handles, and then in the picture on the box the cord here in the middle was silver, but on these they're just yellow, but they are like a flexible design, so you can just use these to do whatever, so she can dual wield them, or we can pose her up, so there we can have her posed up with the Power Club there, and that looks pretty awesome overall for the Zeo Yellow Ranger. And then we've got the Phantom Ranger, which first appeared in Turbo, but this is labeled from In Space, but he's just a mysterious ranger from Eltar, and he would arrive to help the Rangers and then would leave again, and he has the powers to turn invisible and has powers in life sustained by the Power Ruby on his chest, so we can see a little bit of a red dot there. So overall he looks really cool, and this is really nice and neat like sculpt design stuff, so you can see like all the details in it, so this is unique. You know, we've not had any Rangers with this sort of design before, so this is a wholly unique design and looks pretty cool. I just like all the details. You can see the textures and everything. I like his suit underneath, looks pretty cool, and then he has the armor over the top, so it's like the chest plate, of course the nice helmet design that looks pretty cool there. I think it looks awesome, and the all black mostly, but then the silver and like the red dot there looks pretty awesome. Like I said, the chest piece, so he's got the shoulder pads and the whole chest section again with the silver and that red jewel in the center, and the rest of his body is pretty much just all black. He does have some silver stripes there around his midsection and at the belt, but then some padding, you know, on his arms, and then same with his legs as well, all the way to the boots, and again mostly all black but with the silver buckles as well, so he just looks really cool. And now for movements, head can twist all the way around, much easier than the Yellow Ranger. He can look down that far and up that far, so again very little movements there. Shoulders can come about 90 degrees there with the butterfly butterfly joint and rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, a double elbow joint that bends up that far. The wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. He's got the upper ab crunch and twist right under his chest plate, so he can crunch back and forth there and can twist all the way around. And then he has the lower crunch as well, so he crunch further forward and further back. Hips can come up 90 degrees out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far in the back. A shin twist at the top of his boot, and then the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So overall, he's not much different from all your other Rangers. His joints are a little bit more loose, which is kind of nice, I guess, and he doesn't fall down, so it does make it better. But as I mentioned, he's wholly unique and doesn't reuse a lot of the same pieces or anything, so I do really like the just newness of this. And for accessories, unlike all the other characters, we don't get any additional heads or helmets, because obviously he never unmasked, so nothing there, but we do get a set of fist hands, so if you don't want to have the hands with like the trigger fingers, we do get the fist hands. And of course, with those trigger fingers, we do get a gun, so we have the Turbo Navigator gun, so just a gun that kind of attaches onto the other turbo guns like the Red Rangers and stuff. So this isn't like his main or signature weapon. I believe his main weapon is more of like a bat shape, but unfortunately they just give us this probably because the old toy of him came with this gun as well. So it looks overall pretty nice, you know, it fits with the designs and stuff of the silver and blacks, but it does also have the gold there on the tip and the little triangle design there. It's not the coolest gun ever, but let's go and just stick it into his hand. So there we've got the Turbo Navigator in his hand, and with that of course we get a Hasbro effect, so we get this like little blast effect piece that you can just stick right into the end of the gun. So it just slides on the end of the gun there, so it can have a blast, or you can use this and stick it right into his chest, so he has a hole in the chest of like the ruby, so you can stick it in there, so it's like he's been blasted, so now he's like all damaged. And along with that, if you want even more damage, we do have the piece that comes with all the like putties and everything, so just this piece that you can stick around his chest to have like damage coming out of him. So these are pretty cool, but I always struggle trying to get these on, but it's cool that it does come with it. So very cool overall. I think it's awesome that we do have like that piece there on his chest, but overall I think just this figure is really cool. It's just an awesome looking design, and like I said, and being unique and stuff does make it really cool for the Lightning collection. And next up we have the in-space Pink Ranger, real name Cassie Chan, and we see her back in Turbo where she helped save Catherine, and because of that Catherine chose her to take her place in Turbo, so she became the second Turbo Pink Ranger. But when the power chamber was destroyed and the Rangers chased Divatox in the space, they met up with Andros, who gave them their new powers, and she became the Pink in-space Ranger. So she looks very similar to all the other in-space Rangers, especially like the yellow and stuff, just in all the pink spandex this time. So she has the same helmet design as all the others. So for space, they're not unique besides the color, so she's all pink this time, but still has the white design, the black piece on the top of the head, the visor piece, and silver there, and then going into the body exactly same, still has the yellow color design, and then the all pink spandex, the stripe on the chest going into the arms, and then of course has the boxes with all the different colors of the Rangers, the belt on with the M logo for the Mega Rangers, the holster there, white gloves, and white boots. So once again, nothing unique, and this figure is really weird. Like I have issues standing her up, like she keeps wanting to fall forward, so I have to get her in a weird position, and then the like length of the neck looks really weird as well. Probably had to do it because of the unmasked head design or something, but it just seems like the neck is really long on her. But for movements, head can twist all the way around. You can look down that far and up that far, so really good. Shoulders can come up over 90 degrees there, have the butterfly joint, and rotate all the way around. We get the single elbow joint bends to 90 with the rotation. The wrist twist around and flex back and forth. Ab crunch and twist up top, so crunch back and forward there, so a little bit of crunching and twist all the way around. And then we have the lower crunch as well, that's down under the belt piece that can crunch back and forth, but because it looks like the belt's so high, you don't really get that much crunching. Hips can come up about 90 degrees there, a little bit under because of the skirting out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far in the back. Shin twist at the top of the boot, and then the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So it's not a bad figure, and like I said, very similar to all the others, but just this one has issues. I don't know if it's just mine, she has issues standing up, and like I said, just the weirdness of her look. Now for accessories, she of course comes with the unmasked head here. So we have of course Cassie Chan, played by Patricia Jolly, which I do not think this looks like her at all. Like I tried to look at different pictures, and everything I looked at did not look like her, so I don't know where they got this design from, but to me it does not look good at all for her. We get some additional hands, so we have a flat palm hand and a fist hand. For weapons, we get the Astro Blaster, so the standard gun for the Space Ranger, so looks pretty cool there in the blue and silver with the little gold logo there on it, so very cool. So we'll stick this in her holster. And then we have her signature weapon of the Satellite Stunner, so just this little gun piece that looks like a satellite, so it's just a gun sort of designed by like in the pink with the silver satellite thing. So it looks pretty cool overall. And then we also get a Hasbro effect for it of this just like pink design that looks like it shoots out of the end. So you can just slide this in here and it just sticks off the end like that. So that's pretty cool. So let's stick this into her hand. So there she is with the gun. And once again, it is hard to get her to stand up. So I'm doing the best I can here. So that's going to be fun when I try to put her on my shelf, unfortunately. But she looks cool there with the satellite stunner and everything. But now that having her, that completes our In Space Rangers team. So let's go and put them all together here. So there we have the entire team of the Power Rangers in space. So that is cool. So we finally got to finish off another team here, which is awesome. And I'm excited to put these all up on my shelf now. And this brings us to our Dino Charge Green Ranger, which looks pretty nice here. I always like the look of the Dino Charge Rangers. They're just not personally one of my favorites. But I just like their design because I think their helmets look pretty neat. This one looks just a little bit weird, but I like the design, you know, with like the scaling on the suit, the whole like big silver piece here with the shoulder pad and stuff. I just think they make this one stand out a little bit more from all the other Rangers. So that's one reason why I like them a lot. But we have the Green Ranger here, was his real name Riley Griffin, and he lived on a ranch where he ended up finding his green energem that gave him the powers of the Green Ranger. And that green energem was Dino Charger number 4, which was also known as the Raptor Charger. So he is a raptor, so we have the head of the raptor there, and then built into the helmet as well. So we have like the eyes and little protrusion stuff there, the little red eyes, the nose holes, and then the mouth of the raptor with the teeth and stuff. I think it's weird it has this like design in there, but with the visor piece and the little silver piece there for the mouth and stuff. So overall looks a little bit weird. I think it's like too flat, but that's probably just, you know, their design just something about it just looks really weird to me. But then going down, we have these all green spandex. Like I said, I like on the arms with that scaling design, looks pretty cool there. The nice shoulder piece there with the spikes on it, and of course like the yellow stripe across them with the logo of their dinosaur. Going down, we have the belt with the Dino com on it there, so it looks pretty cool again with like the logo for the Dino Charge. White gloves with silver at the top, green going all the way down the legs, and then green boots with silver at the top as well. So it looks pretty good overall, but like I said, just not my most favorite Power Rangers. So for Moon's head can twist all the way around and get another sort of stiff one, can look down a little bit and up a little bit, so very little movement there once again. Shoulders can come up 90 degrees there, have the butterfly joint and rotate all the way around. We have a bicep twist, a double elbow joint that bends up that far, wrist twist around and flex back and forth. We have the upper ab crunch and twist, so crunch forward, crunch back. Sweet crunch is really good there by itself, and then twist all the way around. And then we have the lower crunch kind of hidden there behind the belt, so crunch even further forward and even further back. Hips can come up 90 out to the side of the far, thigh twist, real stiff, but can twist all the way around. Double knee joint bends up that far in the back. Shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So again, your standard Lightning collection, just he had a little bit more crunch there in his midsection. Now for accessories, of course, get the unmasked head. So for Riley Griffin, we have Michael Tabor, which I think actually looks pretty decent. You know, not as exact, but I think from what I remember seeing him in the show and stuff, I think that looks pretty good. So I think they did a good job with this head sculpt again. We get some additional hands. We have fist hand and then a hand with like a trigger finger or pointing finger here or just something like that. Pretty fun hand. And then for weapons, we get their Dino Charge Morpher. So of course, this is what turns them into the Power Rangers. So it's just their little gun, and of course doesn't have as much details, which is kind of disappointing. So it doesn't have all the details painted in of like the dinosaur head and stuff. So just have something like the stripes where the revolver piece where they spin their energem. Looks pretty cool overall. So a nice little gun we can put into his hand. So there's the gun in his hand. It's a little bit weird. It feels like the fingers and stuff are a little bit off, but there's as much as I can get the gun into his hand. And then we also get the Dino Saber as well. So their signature like sword weapon stuff look pretty cool. With like neon green blade and everything. Looks pretty awesome. So let's stick this into his other hand. So there we got the sword there, and it comes with the Hasbro effect of just this green lining that you can slide down onto it. So pretty standard for swords. So there's the green lining on the sword there as well. So that overall looks pretty cool there for the green Dino Charge Ranger. Well, that is going to be it for our Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 10 set of figures, where we got the Yellow Zeo Ranger, the Phantom Ranger, the In Space Pink Ranger, and the Dino Charge Green Ranger. All four are pretty cool figures. My only disappointment is this Pink Ranger. Just something about her looks weird, and then my issue getting her to stand up is causing a lot of problems. That's going to be annoying when I put her on the shelf. It'll probably just knock everything over, but it's awesome to get all the other Rangers, so we're closer to finishing off Zeo. I thought we were done, but I forgot we're still missing Cat from that 2-pack of her, so still got the Yellow Ranger to go. But we finished up Space, of course, and then getting even closer with Dino Charge, and now kind of starting our Turbo, but of course he's labeled as In Space as well, since he did appear in that season. But all of them are still pretty cool, decent figures. I can't complain too much. But let me know what you thought of these figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.